Hello, everybody. We are live. Beautiful day in Hex. Hex day number 668. Hex News, episode 8. And look who I have with me. I have another visible guest. Or not a guest, I'm sorry. Visible co-host now.
What's up, everybody?
CryptoCidd, live and in the flesh. What's going on, everyone? Let's say hi to people in the chat. What do we got? Got some people waiting. Alan Prescott, Terrafin1, what's happening? Bronco Adventures, Marcavelli 23, ISO Serenity, what's up, ISO? Their Sins, Zizzo, Zamoro 1, Blades 1, Pulse Lord, what's up, Pulse Lord? Roddy Stafford, Heart's Law Only 1, this guy, Hex Machine, Hex Toshi, Ace, Bearded Saint, Mango Junkie, Uncle Larry, AJ Rip City, Hex. Gifford Ware, what is going on, everyone? Thanks for being here. Nice to see you all. Sid, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been a pretty eventful day, I guess, in Hex and otherwise.
Lots of ups and downs today.
Lots of ups and downs today. Yes, today was a pretty wild day. So I guess we'll jump right into. We got a lot of news to discuss later on for sure, but let's get the standards done. We'll get our get all our price and whatnot taken care of, and then we will talk about all the news. All right, so do a little nomics.com. Nomics still holding strong. Hex at number 3. No changes made yet. So let's see what we got. Number 3 token at 0.411245. And market caps at 235.38 billion. Let's see what we got for dominance right now. We're at 10.89% of the entire global crypto market. Sid, there's a question I've really been meaning to ask you.
Okay,
I'm dying to know, man. How many hex can I get for 1 USDC?
You can get 2.41 hex currently at the price for 1 USDC.
2.41, a little more than I could get yesterday. All right. So, despite there was a lot of dumping going on today, but honestly, the price didn't really feel it that much. I mean, temporarily it did, but basically we're pretty much still sideways where we've been for the last, several days. So I like to see that. I like to see that Hex can handle, because I mean, a $2 million sale, or what was it today, like a $5 million sale, I think it was, or almost a $6 million sale in about 5 minutes time. A year ago, that would have absolutely obliterated the price. That would have been like devastating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's good to see that Hex can handle that, and there's we got enough users and enough volume to pick it right back up. It literally gets eaten right up, sometimes in minutes. It's crazy. Vibra Finance, Adam, what's going on, my man? Infinitarius Hex. Yes, sir. So, yeah. So, price held up pretty well today, despite, I don't know if it was the same guy because it all happened right around the same time, but it was 2 different addresses that just dumped like crazy. Like one was about $6 million. And the other, I don't know what the other one was. I didn't look, but crazy dumping. And I don't know about you. What do you think about this? This is my theory. I think that because this started happening right after PulseChain Testnet was launched, and I'm thinking that people misread the announcement, because in the announcement it does say something about a snapshot and a block and your tokens being copied, but it's just talking about the test tokens. So
not the actual test or the actual main.
Right. not the exactly, not the actual copies of our actual tokens. So I think these people, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, it seems like the timing lines up with they think that they might still be getting their copies, and they said, "Oh, Snapshot, look, now I can sell." I don't know. I don't know if that's really what happened, but that's my theory.
Yeah, I don't think that was the Snapshot, to be honest.
Though that definitely was not the Snapshot. That's 100% for sure. I mean, I guess we don't really know for 100%, but I'm 95% sure that was not the actual Snapshot. So it is now. Now, thank them for their service. Yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl.
I think he said 1 Bitcoin can buy you over like 100,000 hex now.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Now, that's awesome. Hex in effect, big whoopsie. It could have been. It could have been. Sometimes people don't realize what they're doing, but I mean, that would be a really major mistake. I really hope that didn't happen to someone. What's going on, Thomas Turner? But yeah, so that guy now has, or that guy or gal's now got like $6 million. So good for them, right? All right, so let's move on to the T shares, the most important part of Hex. What do we got for T share price today, Mr. Sid?
T share, you're gonna pay $77.52 for 1 T share.
Oh shit! Back into the 7,000 range. Get your T shares, folks. They're not going to stay there long.
Nope.
Nice.
You've seen it as high as what? Over 9,000.
Oh yeah. Over 9,000. Yeah. No, for sure. For sure, it was up there. Yeah. So, and then today our share rate is 18,807 hex. That's your base price for 1 T share, and payout per T share currently is 5.721 hex. And for anyone that may not know, that's telling you that for every T share you have for your hex stakes, you're getting paid out in interest to the tune of 5.721 hex currently. So if you have 1 T share, you just at 0 UTC, you got 5.721 hex deposited, added to your wallet, to your total. It's not added to your total technically, but later on it's tallied for later. So yeah, so there we go. Let's go over to hex.vision. Mr. Firebun.
Hex.vision.
So right now we got 9.891% hex locked. That's up a little bit from last couple days.
Nice.
And we've got, where did my, the beautiful chart. Sorry. There we go. So staked right now, Hex, apphex.win has got us at 25, just about 26 billion, and total value locked, staked end pools got us at 25,960,000,000. Sorry, staked was 25,956,000,000. So they're very close numbers. Not a lot in those pools, guys. All right. So let's talk about addresses. Go ahead, take it, Sid.
Right now, hold up. So we've got today we've got 365,777 addresses currently, and yesterday we had 365,092. So that's about 685 new addresses. So
okay, all right,
a little bit less than the day before, but
yeah, a little bit less than previously. So next, do you have YouTube playing, Sid, or something? Or because I can hear the echo in the, I don't know if anybody else can hear it, but I can hear the echo in the headphones. Or do you? Oh, you're not using headphones. That's all it is. So I'm just hearing the actual stream. All right, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on. Let's see if we got any more people up in the chat. Seek Crypto, what is happening? The Sapper. Finitarius. T-Hex. N-Con. Anyone with that much hex wouldn't just dump it because he or she wasn't informed. I'm sure it was a calculated move. I mean, I halfway agree with you, but just because you have a lot of money and you have a lot of hex doesn't mean that you can't make a dumb mistake. So I still reserve the possibility that it was an oopsie, but maybe not. I can't understand it. It's because coming from the perspective of Testnet was just released, mainnet's coming soon, right? So like, why wouldn't you just wait and get that? I mean, what was that like? I forgot. I don't even remember how much hex that was. Like, it was about $6 million or so. I think it was about 12 or so million hex tokens. So like, that's 12 million p-hex tokens you would have just got for free. Elliot, I mean, what? Why would you just wait that like month or two? It doesn't make sense to me. I can't see the calculation in that move unless this guy's literally got 3 other wallets that also have $6 million in them. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. So Ash, is Hex running out of? I mean, I can't even finish that comment. You can't. Are you trolling me, bro? Are you trolling me? Is it running out of steam? Bro, the train barely started moving. Like, is it running out of steam? He's got to be trolling. You got to be trolling, bro. I mean, PulseChain.
I don't think that's running out of steam.
No, the mainnet isn't even launched yet. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Oh yeah, I see. There's 2 Ashes. The all caps Ash would never say that, right? All caps Ash. And Sarah G, yeah, exactly. So, like, just because you're rich doesn't make you smart.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Good point, yep. Sarah. Brissology, what's going on, brother man? Oh, man. Excuse me. Need my hot beverages. I know, dual ashes, right? What's going on? It's shifting out of first into second. It is now. Damn straight. No, we ain't running out of steam. We're just picking up. All right. Let's go over to Etherscan. See if they got anything interesting for us.
Fees have been kind of decent today. I guess pretty normal.
Yeah, right now Etherscan's got us at 63. Oh, I found I didn't find, I knew it was there, but I didn't really if you go on to hex.vision, right, and then you click on dashboard over here up in the top left, then it gives you the list of all the different dashboards that you can put up there. So the one I usually look at is the regular overview, but then you can actually like look at gas prices, and it gives you like a whole spread about the gas prices. But yeah, so hex.vision's got us at 72, 71 right now, so pretty close to what Etherscan's saying. But yeah, I like that. I love hex.vision. It's just a great site. I'm pretty sure Firebun does it because the donation address is firebun.eth. Just a little hint.
Vision has so much information.
Hell yeah. If you do the legacy overview, it's even more info on the screen. So it's just a lot.
Nice.
All right. So right now we have 255,554 holders. Just over a quarter million. I mean, we got so much growth left. Ash, lowercase Ash. Some people are so dumb they dumped Hex thinking the Snapshot. Right, that's what I'm pretty sure is going on, Ash. I mean, maybe the guy with the 6 million didn't do that, but I'm pretty sure that some people did. That's exactly what they were doing. Just totally jumping the gun. When they find out, man, can you imagine, Sid, the feeling in your gut when you just realize that you just screwed yourself out of 12 million free PHEX tokens?
Yeah, that'd be pretty shitty, actually.
No, man. I mean, I can already feel the butterflies just thinking about it. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. My money is gone.
Yeah, man. Like, oh, you go. So then mainnet comes out and you go looking like, where's my 12 million PHEX?
Yeah.
What's going
You know
on?
what?
Why isn't it there?
I actually thought that like this kind of gives you a little bit of an edge now. Like if you think that these guys are going to be dumping right after too, right? So they kind of like expose themselves a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. I've been expecting that all along. That's why I wasn't even sure if a snapshot, an actual date or block was going to be announced, because I'm sure Richard thinks the same thing, that it's going to create this, this situation with scenario where like people want to load up their wallets right before snapshot and then dump them right after. You know what I'm saying? And get credit for a lot of things that
That's
they really
what
weren't.
this guy did, right?
Right. Yeah. So
Just front run everyone.
Yep, totally. So Johnny No Good says selling now is like slaying all your golden geese. Yep, for sure. So, all right, that's where we're at. Let's see what we got for. Wait a minute. Oh, let me check out holders real quick. Take a look at the sacrifice wallet.
Yeah, how's that looking?
Well, these are all transactions from today, from the last 24 hours. That's here. Let me get the whole entire page up. So that's how many?
Finally got a green candle on the daily close.
Yeah, I noticed that. Who said that? Nick Green, HEX Machine. Yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at the chart. Actually, that's a good point. I was looking at the chart, and it's very rare. HEX doesn't often have a lot of red days in a row, so I was pretty surprised. I hadn't even noticed there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red days in a row. That is pretty. I mean, if you look back, yeah, you look back in the history of the, all just at least in this, what we can see right here. I mean, I don't see any other spot where there's 5 days in a row. It's all like the most I see anywhere else is like 4. But yeah, so pretty rare right there. But I mean, it's all generally sideways. You know what I mean? But look what's awesome. Even after like that ridiculous amount of HEX was sold yesterday, it's technically yesterday now, according to the chart. It's still closed green. That's pretty good. That shows some serious strength.
Yeah. Impressive.
But it's been a good week to buy. I've been loading up a little bit.
Definitely. It's always a good time to buy.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Sarah G, 30-day price prediction on Pulse from launch. On Pulse or PHEX. On the Pulse token itself, I have a really hard time figuring that out in my head because of how, like, the supply is like 10,000 times the ETH supply. And I mean, I think after 30 days, there's a chance it could be, I'll say, like between $2 and $3. That's my, I think Pulse is going to have a ridiculous amount of steam and a ridiculous amount of hype around it. So that's just off the top of my head, what I could see as a possibility. I think that's probably high by some people's standards after just only a month, but I don't know, man. We got all the hexagons behind it, and then a lot of other people. I mean, just like if you look at the chat, like the Telegram group that for PulseChain, and how many more people are in that than the HEX Telegram chat that's been in existence for so much longer,
Yep.
So
have you checked out the PulseNet testnet?
No, I haven't. I I don't really have too much use for it, honestly. I mean, I'm not a dev, and I wasn't sure. I'm pretty sure there is a faucet available now too, so you can go out and play around,
Yeah.
But I don't really do much on test nets. I like to play around with on the real network. But I'm glad it's there for the people. I
Yeah.
tell you though, it was a pretty anticlimactic, right? It was pretty like it wasn't very there wasn't not a lot happened. I mean, it was first it kind of trickled, the news kind of trickled out, like a lot of people, like some of the OGs started talking about it, like David Feder and some other people started talking about it. And then, Trey was talking about it. People were like, oh, we should wait till Richard says. And then they came out, and then the PulseChain Twitter page put it out there. So, but, I know Jenkins was talking about, a lot of people kind of expected a pump after testnet was announced. And we really just had no effect. Yeah, not much happened. That's what I mean. It was like, it was pretty just like whatever,
Yeah,
but
it was
that's all
not
good.
advertised.
All right, so that's because you don't market test nets to yeah. I mean, it's really just something for people that like Feder that wants to practice running a node and see. I guess if you want to test out the performance, that's kind of cool. Like I did see a lot of other people testing out the performance, and I saw some comparisons to how how it compares to in performance to ETH and some other stuff. So, and it's already looks like it's like lightning fast and basically free to transact on. So that's all awesome. I have no doubt that it's going to be incredible. So where are we at? All right, so staker out. Let's do a little staker data.
All right.
All right, so staker at global stats. Stakers got us at 64.4 thousand stakers, $25.9 billion staked, and at a average duration of 5.73 years. Estimated APY 37.31. Incredible. So that's where we're at with global stats. Sid, tell us about the leagues, man.
Okay. So yeah, today we've got an extra 136 new silent shells. We got an extra 162 shy shrimps, 115 new cool crabs, plus 9 tinkering turtles, 1 new squid. We lost a dolphin, and everything else no change. So not much activity, but still the smaller guys are climbing up.
There's always, I mean, hundreds of added shells, shrimps, crabs, turtles, squid. I mean, it's usually 1 or 2 squids, but I mean the lower 3 and 4 leagues, there's always a good amount of new users in there, so that's promising. What's funny is my mom had watched the stream the other night. I think I mentioned with my son, he was over there, and she asked me afterward, and I actually onboarded her into HEX too. She still hasn't bought yet, but she got her staker and whatnot. So, so she asked me, she was like, "What were you talking about with the crabs and turtles and whales?" And it's like, what are you talking about?
It's kind of cool though, because it gets people interested. So.
Yeah, it does. Oh, it's all about gamifying the whole system. It's
true.
They did a really good job when they did that, and it's kind of always been in use. People have used those terms in finance and crypto before, like whales and sharks, and so.
Wait until Pulse is going to have their own set too. Probably like dinosaurs or something.
Yeah, I think they are gonna have different animals. I heard that.
I thought I saw something about that too. So
yeah, cool. Totally. That'll be cool. Yeah, they definitely need to distinguish. That'll be good. All right, so let's see. Let's talk about how we get a T-share today. So if you were to say, hey, I want to get one T-share right now, how can I do that with the least amount of hex? Well, you can do that with 6,270 hex tokens. If you stake them for 10 years, 3,650 days, you will end up with exactly one T-share. And that gives you 18,810 effective hex, which is the actual hex that you put in, plus the longer pays better, and if you have it, the bigger pays better bonuses. That add all that together, you end up with effective hex, and that's where how your T-shares are calculated. So you would get one T-share for 6,272 hex. Stake it long. It's the best deal you can possibly get. And I always recommend send that T-share out for an extra 5 years. Send it the full 5,555 because the rate that you paid for that one T-share today at 18,807 hex, I can guarantee that it is not going to be anywhere near that in 10 years. So do yourself the favor of staking it long. All right. So that's it for the numbers. Now we can move on to the news. So we already been talking about Testnet. Obviously, Testnet was released. We already know. Let's see if I can bring up the visuals here.
Anyone have any good links for onboarding? Something that explains it at the level a child would understand.
Yes, David. If you go to Discourse Syndicate's YouTube, the YouTube page that we're streaming on now, and you go look for the or maybe someone in chat can find it, or Sid, maybe you can even find it. It's the I think it's Crypto Coffee put it out there. It's called what is the name of it? I was just looking at it earlier. HEX Passive Income. I think actually who's asking me about this? David. So David, if you go to hexpassiveincome.com, then there is a course there that basically explains it step by step for you. And I've heard really good things about it. So I'm pretty sure it's put out by Crypto Coffee, or at least if it's not Coffee, it's one of the Discourse Syndicate regulars put that out. So yeah, Hex Passive Income is a great guide for anyone.
I still have another site that's called hex.new.
Oh yeah.
So I'll throw that.
Is that the one that has all the links in it? To all the good. Yeah, that one is good. Yep, I know what you're talking about. So here's the official PulseChain Twitter thread where they put out the PulseChain test, the link to the GitLab testnet info. So obviously we already know, pretty much I'm sure everyone in this chat knows that PulseChain testnet is live. There's a faucet. It says not released yet, but I don't think that's true. I think right now they are released. So, but I guess if you sign in to that, if you sign that network and the custom RPC into your MetaMask, whatever balances, your existing ETH balances will become test pulse, TPLS in the testnet, and then you can, play around with it. So have at it, people. Find some bugs. I think somebody found some kind of a bug. I saw something about something earlier. But so that's that.
A bit too.
Did you mess with it?
Yeah, I just wanted to see the transactions though, and it was like mind blowing. I was like, wow, okay.
Was it super fast?
Free, so yeah. Oh, it was
and
fast.
It's basically free too.
It was like 3 seconds.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now that the testnet's out, that's great. Now we can send people there to check it. But here, look, David Fetter was he had his testnet node syncing. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good to me. Let's see. My favorite Hex Whalebot got over 10.2 thousand followers. Shout out to Hex Whalebot. That's at Whale Hex. If you're not following Whalebot, follow Whalebot. It's fun. And if you don't follow Whalebot, follow me. I'll always keep you updated on what Whalebot's doing.
And follow me too.
And follow CryptoCidd while you're at it, because he's going to keep you updated on how much Hex you can get for $1 and all the other awesome content that he creates. All right, so what else did I have? So we got PulseChain Testnet is live. Okay, so I haven't 100% tested this out. Oh, ISO Serenity, thank you. Hexnoob.com. There you go. That's a good one too, David. Oh, somebody said Hex passive income costs $200, but hey, you know, sometimes good information costs money. Someone had to create that, you know, but there is a lot of free content out there to find. So yep. I find the best is just to find one person, reach out to like one person that looks like they know a good amount, and like just talk to them, you know, ask questions and ask them to guide you through stuff. And you know, as long as you're not like trying things out with massive amounts of money right from the start, you'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so check this out. Now this is wacky. I pretty sure it's legit, and definitely not happy about it if it is. So this is OneInch Network's new terms of use. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen this, but I saw Dan Emmons post something about how OneInch is no longer available to U.S. residents. Now, anyone else, talk about it in the chat if you have heard this, but I went and downloaded their network terms of use. This is right from OneInch, and here's the first paragraph on eligibility. I highlighted it. Our interface is not offered to persons or entities who reside in, are citizens of, are incorporated in, or have a registered office in the United States of America or any restricted territory as defined below. We do not make exceptions. If you are a restricted person, then do not attempt to access or use the interface. Use of a VPN or other means by restricted persons to access or use the interface is also prohibited. What the hell? What happened? And there he is right there. Dan Emmons, what's up? What is going on? What happened, man? No more OneInch. So this happened. This must have happened today, because I didn't see anything about this until today. But like, dude, what's gonna happen with Staker? That's my main question. Guys, Staker uses OneInch. It's I mean, they use OneInch for their swaps. So I mean, I guess they're either gonna have to find a new provider or what? I don't know.
Can't they go to Uniswap or any of the others?
I mean, I'm sure they can, but it's definitely going to be more expensive. They used OneInch because they were able to, you know, use the what's that called? That gas. I forget that token that makes the gas cheaper on OneInch. I haven't used OneInch in a while, but
I know what you're talking about too. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, it's been a while since I used it, so I can't remember what it's
called. Like a dragon on it or something.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember.
Anyways,
Dan, Staker wallet equals middleman. I mean, USCG vet. I mean, I guess, but I don't really look at them as a middleman. I mean, I think they're just providing a fantastic. They're really just more like a front end than a middleman. I wouldn't call them a middleman. I mean, they provide services, but like, I mean, they provide all the services that you have to use anyway. So, I mean, is it really a middleman, or just a front end, you know? It is now where is their corp HQ, as in Staker? I don't think it's in America. So, because I know Steph is like French, I think Steph of Staker app is French. So I'm not 100% sure, but so I guess we're going to find out soon. You know, we're going to find out soon. What's up, Lies Beneath the Truth? if stakers going to be able to continue using them. Maybe the fact that if they're not based in the US, then maybe they'll be all right. And but if the users are, if the users are in America, then I don't know how that works.
Hopefully with PulseChain we'll have more options too, but I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think we will.
Right.
Andrew Reynolds, someone just said OneInch is based in Europe. Or no, they're saying Staker is based in Europe. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was not happy when I saw that. Dan, yeah, legislation is coming. I don't doubt that. That's that might be another reason why people are dumping. Yeah, Andrew, MetaMask uses a lot of things. They just pick whatever is I think gives you the best. But you also have to pay a fee to MetaMask. You know what I'm saying? And Matcha is also an aggregator. Nick Green, Hex Machine. They use all of the provider. Like they use all of the exchanges. So they search on Uniswap and AirSwap and all those other ones out there to find you the best deal. So I use Matcha. I'm going to continue to use Matcha. I don't even use OneInch, so I couldn't care less about it. Really, the only reason I care is because of Staker. I just don't want it to affect Staker that heavily. But right. So Dan says, let's see what Dan's saying here. Dan's a good source of information, peeps. I like to listen to what Dan has to say. Congress is pushing for more know your customer AML and all crypto transactions, and these platforms are getting ahead of the game and protecting themselves. Yep. That sounds 100% correct.
Sounds very logical.
If you can't access your funds to send and receive because the service is down, that's a middleman. You're not your own bank. USCG vet, Staker has never been down that I've experienced yet. I haven't had a problem with them ever being down. There's no problem accessing my funds there.
We'd be able to access through Gnosis too, but
I have tried that. I don't think you can. I've tried to use the dApps. Yeah, I've tried to. I have the Gnosis app too, and I did log into it with the key and everything, and I have not been able to complete a transaction on there. I think there's something else going on with that doesn't allow you to go anywhere else than other than outside of the Staker platform.
I see. Okay.
I mean, if they didn't do that, then that would have been pretty dumb, because then everybody would have found out eventually about Gnosis and avoided their fees basically. But yeah. Like I said, Staker is awesome, man. I always recommend Staker. Sure, you got to pay a little bit of a fee to use their service, but the service they provide is awesome. Their transactions literally never fail. I mean, if that's what if I have to pay a little fee to never have a failed transaction, then it's worth doing in my book.
Yeah. It's a great little one-stop shop anyway.
Yeah, people thinking they can get around it with a VPN will be met with disappointment. Yeah, there's no way. You can't use a VPN to try and get around stuff like KYC and all that. It never works. Sure, you might be able to sign into Binance if you put your VPN in Europe, but once it comes time to add a payment source, your credit card's got your address on it, and you can't link it if you don't use the address that's linked on the credit card. So you can't get anywhere. Trust me, I've tried. I've tried to use, because I'm in New York. I can use almost nothing. I have like 3 things available to me in New York for everything crypto. So I've tried all kinds of ways. There's no way around it. It's if a platform bans you because you're in the US, you're not using them if you're in the US, plain and simple. I mean, unless you're really crafty, but I'm sure there's ways, but it's not for the common man. And yeah, Hexagon contractor, no matter what, Hex will not be stocked. That's correct. None of this is FUD. This is all just we have to change. We have to evolve with the times, and if regulations coming down the pike and whatever's happening, we're just going to have to learn how to live within those means. There's always ways. Exactly. It is now there are always ways. And yeah, it's not worth breaking the law. So his Hex Machine says stakers based in Netherlands. That sounds right. Yes, I think that's correct. Okay, so we got to wrap up. We're at about 40 minutes. I think Nerd Girl's coming on, and well, she's on in like 20 minutes. We got a little bit of time. But one more thing I wanted to mention. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but Hex is now on Polygon. Now, I don't know exactly what this means in terms of like what you can do with Hex. It's a different token as far as I know. It's the same token, but it's a different contract address. That makes sense. So I don't know. Maybe it isn't the same token, but Hex is on Polygon now. And if you go on, I'll go right on to Nomics. If you go on to Nomics, and sorry guys, hold on. Ugh. Okay. So I go into Nomics and I go and search Hex. There it is. Look, Hex. That's regular Hex, and that's Hex on Polygon. But the one thing I wanted to point out, I'm not like, yeah, admin keys. I'm not advocating using this at all. Okay. There's one reason and one reason only I'm bringing this up, guys. Look at the price for Hex on Polygon. It's exactly the same price as Hex on Ethereum. What does that kind of tell you about what the price is probably going to be with Hex on Pulse?
Most likely going to be the same.
It's most likely, at least, at least maybe not forever, but at least it's probably going to be equivalent. It's probably going to reach the parity. Exactly. See, Hex Machine, that's what I'm saying. I found it really interesting when and actually it's Marion. I don't think it's been there for too long. I just started seeing it on Polygon, like fully on Polygon. And maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I'm wrong often, but I just wanted to bring up that it's pretty awesome that it's the same price.
Same price.
It's pretty much the exact same price. So it's 0.410439 and a little different. It's a little bit off. It's like a penny off. Little less than a penny off. So I don't know. I think what that tells me that there's a pretty good chance that Hex on Pulse is going to probably reach parity. And what that means is, basically we're going to double what we got. You know what I mean? If we're getting an exact
price, yeah, it has to.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to literally double what we got. So that is really awesome. So how does your Hex get on Polygon? No, Ash. No, it does. There's no copy with Polygon is like a layer 2 blockchain. It's Ethereum layer 2. I don't know a lot about it. Check Nerd Girl out. She's put a lot of content out about that because I think she actually works for them or something, or works with Matic or Polygon or QuickSwap or something. One of those. She's affiliated with somebody that so she knows a good amount about it. But yeah, it's not a copy, nothing like that. It's a different contract address, so it's in my mind a different token, but it's clearly the same in some ways. So, but I'm curious. I want to find out about, like, can you stake it? Like, I don't know. So interesting though, nonetheless. I just wanted to point out that it's the same price, and if Hex comes out on Pulse and it's the same price, not only does that mean we have a copy that's the exact same price, meaning we instantaneously doubled our money, but I also think the Hex price is going to go up. So,
it could always end up being more on that chain too.
Yes, I honestly think it's going to end up being more
on the Pulse
eventually on PulseChain. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to end up being more on Pulse and a little bit less on Ethereum, but I don't think it's going to be a drastic difference. That's just my personal, but
yeah, I have to agree on that.
Totally. All right, so yeah, let me get this out of here, and Guys, thank you so much for being here. Holy crap, 189 viewers right now. That's amazing. You guys are awesome.
Thumbs up, guys.
Smash those likes for us. If you're not a subscriber of Discourse Syndicate, go subscribe to Discourse Syndicate right now. We're the premier network in HEX, and we we're always creating so much HEX content and even sometimes other content. It's crazy. So check out Discourse Syndicate. Check out some of the other streamers. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for being here. Peace out.
Take care.